This is the most. Why am I sitting like this? And I'm gonna need some sort of like. You guys, hello, welcome to Monique. Will you take off your phone's data?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome, you guys. Sabrina's here. Yes.
Hello.
Look who I have.
Hello, I'm here.
Girl, her name is Wa.
I'm trying to take off my volume.
Monique is going to be coming in soon. Hi, guys. Hello. It's Wa.
You guys made it. I told you I didn't know what time we were going to go live, but it was sometime between 1 and 7. So good for you for making it.
Yeah. I can't keep, like a strict schedule or a schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's happening. Every moment can be new and different in this adventure we call life.
Yep. There are 33 people in this room and 3 likes. Thank you for those 3 people who liked this video preemptively because you're going to have a...
Yeah, you're going to like it. Sometimes I just talk at the same time knowing what you're going to say just to give you like a hype. You don't have to stop talking.
Oh, okay. Thank you. 10 likes.
Yeah, guys. We're getting it. Just so you know, we've obviously watched the episode. We've already filmed our separate recaps, honey, and during the editing process, we've sent them off to the elves that do our editing for us that we pay millions of dollars for. The elves of my movie.
My video is not coming out till Monday, you guys. I haven't even looked at it. I filmed it, turned off my camera, and left the house. So hopefully it all worked. Hopefully the sound works. Hopefully all of my bits worked out,
I'm sure they did.
I just don't, we have no idea.
But we can probably hazard a guess that it did.
Yeah. I'm just always nervous. I'm always nervous if I don't look at it right away and do everything I have to do. But I got really behind in time today, but I had to because I had a migraine last night and I just had to go to sleep at 11:45. So if you follow me on Instagram, not 10:45. If you follow me on Instagram, I put good night and the time because I just had to go to bed because I just was not feeling well. I wanted to be well for today. So
yes, because it's, again, if you haven't heard, the week of my birth, which happened technically on Thursday, but the week of my birth was a whole party. So I went to Vegas for the first weekend. Then my mom came and my friend Mikey came for some days, and my cousin Monique stopped by my actual birthday Thursday. Monique's back. It's Saturday. I have a full-on dinner tonight, and then I have a brunch tomorrow.
Yeah, I told them we're having a girls' night out. Oh, well, those of them who came to my live last night. So I did my live in lieu of Chris's live so that you guys would have something to watch. So
yeah, I'm so happy you did, and I'm like feeling like I'm very titty right now, and I can't tell if it's a good or bad thing.
I think people think it's always a good thing if there's titty.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I just want to congratulate Wa on really doing the Lord's work on her Instagram. You have been very, very, very diligent about uploading as well as keeping yourself on track for your wellness and keto and yoga and hiking and cooking and everything.
Yeah, thank you. I've been trying to. I really want to reach this goal. I really think that 2019 is the year that I really focus on health and wealth and staying focused. I don't know. I feel like 2019 is the year so that 2020, a good even number year, is going to be a fun year. 2020 should be like a year for the record books. In order to get there, I have to manage my health, my monies, and just the way I see myself in the mirror because I'm not content. And so I need to do the work. I've also started to see a therapist. So 2019 is the year for self-growth.
Think about it this way. You want to see a better version of yourself, and in 2020, you'll have perfect sight.
It's like Barbara Walters and such.
Okay, let's get in to the finale. Listen, this is my new camera, and it's kind of doing this thing where it goes in and out. Does yours ever do that? No,
it's focusing.
Okay, it's focusing. That's what it does?
Yeah, it's auto-focusing.
Oh, that's why you're seeing that. Now I know. I'm so glad that Wa's smart. She's sitting right there, answering the questions. But let's get into the 2-hour Love After Lockup. Now, this is a reaction video, knowing that our actual edited recaps will be up for you on our different, channels. That's what that word is. So don't think that if you're just I don't usually like lives, that like this is all you're gonna get. This is just the icing on top. This is actually no, this is like the appetizer, and then our main courses are gonna come, and then for dessert, titty. I'm kidding, but let's talk about it. Okay, what couple do you want to start with first?
Let's talk about Lizzie and Scott.
Oh my God. Okay, now Monique, are you gonna come and join us?
Yeah, I mean, is there room on the
Yeah,
couch?
come on
There is
over.
room on the couch.
I'm not that cute right now, guys. I just want to put
Are
that
you
out
sick?
there. No, it's like I'm not actually sick. I get congested when I don't give my body a break.
You're giving us like a natural look right now with,
Okay,
the,
good.
with the
Yeah, it is.
mascara.
Yeah.
Just
and
a
like-
little.
Yeah, like you
This
have a
light is.
Oh, it's my light.
Oh, get
Here,
over.
Let's switch.
Wait. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna get you sick. Don't worry, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
You're giving
Oh,
us set life right now, too.
Okay. Great.
Like
yeah.
actor set life.
This is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Patagonia looking
Yeah.
jacket. This is what's happening,
what
guys.
does it say? Oh, Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I worked an event where I was guarding Jon Snow's cloak and the Red Witch's outfits for 3.5 hours. It was beautiful.
Oh,
my God.
great.
I just
Yeah.
like you talk with the
It's
fact
coming.
Wait for coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Coming. Winter.
Winter's
here.
coming, and
Winter's
yeah,
fucking
yeah, it's-
Winter is here.
Oh, side note is put your clocks back. If you're watching this on Saturday, March 8th, March 9th, what is today? Whatever. It's a Saturday. You have to spring forward, honey. And that's all of that. Okay, so Lizzie and Scott. So we picked up, Lizzie and Scott were having like a big old fight, you know what I'm saying? And we saw it in that motel, honey. I mean, where they've been living, his room and then Jasmine's room, and that's where Lizzie, I guess, is staying, and she has keys to every room. She's just going around like one of the maids, like knock, like, you need service. I have no idea. But also, is anyone else staying at this motel? I wonder. Because it feels like they don't. It feels like it's just been run over by production and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the sense of like they're taping everywhere.
Where is this motel? Because he lives in Oxnard, which I find exactly what it is. He
Aren't
is
they in
Oxnard.
Vegas?
No, but his
No.
residence is Oxnard, California, which is like that embodies Scott.
Yeah.
It's weird because during season 1, Lizzie was at San Bernardino, whatever. She was
so
at
that's
she
how-
was at a
okay.
jail in San Bernardino. So if it's the same jail, then they are in San Bernardino County somewhere. Not necessarily San Bernardino itself, but San Bernardino County. And yeah, so she can't find Scott. So she has been trying to reach him, and he has not been responsive. And she gets let into his apartment by production, and this fool is laid out on the bed, face
Flat down.
first, can't raise his head
Mm-mm.
because
Oh my God.
he's looked at his credit card bill. He looks at his credit card bill.
He refuses to acknowledge anyone in his presence.
Yeah.
No. He
Face
shut
down.
down. He
Yeah.
shut down, and he also lost the flipper.
Yeah.
And somehow, like, I don't know if he screamed it out or if he cried it out, or, if it's like it's being tucked away in one of like the folds of that fucking bed. You know what I'm saying?
Just
But
that
the
junky
teeth are
room with
gone.
the Cheetos on the nightstand, and I was just like, he has had a salty food night.
Honey, and once the teeth are gone, we will never see them again. Like,
The
I
new
mean-
Jasmine doesn't care, but we'll get to that. I don't want to jump ahead.
The new
The
Jasmine.
new
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
That's so crazy. I'm having a-
I mean, I just like that Lizzie blatantly, it took 3.5 seconds for her to be like, I don't need you. Once he said, I have no money. It was like she didn't waste a second to reveal that was a trick. She was like,
You don't have money?
and we can be friends now.
You
The
guys,
same way we are now. We haven't been having sex this whole time. So it's pretty much the same thing.
But long distance friends.
that's production fraud. That didn't happen.
What
the
do
long
you
distance friends?
No, the edit, that's a production fraud edit.
do tell?
They put in a sound of her saying, I don't need you, and then cut to her saying, if you don't have any money. The sound is different. Why wouldn't they have it on her face if that is indeed what she said? They had it on Scott's face. She got a bad edit and she walked out of that looking like an asshole. Was what she said is because he was basically saying to her is, I don't have any money because of you. And then she's like, but that's the problem, is that you think that I'm here for the money, and I'm not. I used to use men. I'm not using you. I don't need you for your money.
But I still do, and I'm going to leave you because you have
I
money.
see what you're saying.
So,
Here's the thing is, though, if
You're right.
if he had money still,
She
she
would
wouldn't
be
have
there.
walked out.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
but that is not what she said to that
Okay,
man.
fair enough.
And they gave her a fucking bad edit on purpose to make her look like an asshole. When really, it's his fault because he spent money on a bitch and he didn't have no money for that bitch. And that bitch was like, oh, good. I guess I don't have to kiss this anymore. I'm good. And she walked away.
Did she kiss it? Ever?
Yeah, she had that
She did,
nasty
yeah.
makeup.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that
yeah,
girl?
absolutely.
Don't.
They kissed. They absolutely
I know you
yeah.
had to let it go because it was hard.
It's a rough.
But,
it's
like,
rough.
So Scott is a grown-ass man, and he's literally trying to blame her for everything. And so that's why she's being reactive and saying, I didn't need you for your money. I didn't use you for your money. She is using the fact that he lied to her, because he did lie to her to get out of their relationship. But I don't think she said that. It makes her look like an asshole, and that's not what she said and did. So,
She may not have said it, but I feel like she definitely
Thought it,
thought it, and acted on it. And your makeup looks amazing. They both look beautiful right now.
Oh,
I feel like
thank
the
you.
troll in the middle of you two.
No,
but that's totally
people
fine.
keep talking about my boobs. I don't even care. Look, if one pops up, happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Hey, girl, I get it. Yeah, I totally agree with the editing aspect, but I feel like all the intentions of what they edited are still
fair.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Lizzie's working now. That was kind of amazing.
It was shocking to get the, like, first of all, I loved, like, the full on, like, 6 feet under epilogue that they did, style epilogue. Everyone, the finale of 6 feet under, where, like, they go fast forward in the future, like 50 years, and see how everyone just, like, dies.
Does anyone remember the epilogue of 6 Feet Under? Put it if you remember that epilogue.
I know what you're talking about. Says you to me. Thank you so much. So anyway, I don't care. Monica knows what I'm talking about.
I do, but even though I haven't seen it, but I was checking out.
No,
It's
so
the dramatic where it's over. It's the end.
Yeah, and then
the end of every
it was so
Real
crazy.
Housewives.
Yes. But like 6 Feet Under's finale, like to get to like an nth level. But I also just felt like, is there not one? Is there any more?
Sabrina is the person.
Sabrina, can you get rid of these people?
Sabrina. I left a comment on this, but let me tell you, I didn't fully grasp your horror sex story last time we were doing the live, and I'm so sorry that happened to you and I didn't react appropriately. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, we need to get this person.
I'm doing it.
Okay. So, and then just as shocking to find out that Lizzie has a job, and in that job has gotten promoted, and for some reason is okay now living, independently as a woman and like paycheck to paycheck. And by the way, I don't believe that. I feel like she definitely has like some other trick that's like taking her out to nice dinners. But as shocking as that was, then we get, and the producers really like knew what they were fucking doing with this one, a shot of Scott in his house, and then going, Jasmine, like, come out here. And we're all like, what? Like, why would Jasmine be there? What is happening? But Jasmine is just the new lady in his life that he met at a gas station and then offered her a free bike from his garage, and she took it, and that's how he gets the women.
And the weird thing is the way they had framed up that Jasmine thing, you thought she was like shackled inside of his house now doing his like fucking chores for him.
Yeah.
Like, as they just show these like shots of like his house and like this barren, dark corner where she comes out of, and she's just happy. She said that weird death do we part situation at the end where he's like, we'll be together, death, do we part, like in a marriage kind of thing, but she's like, we're not physical.
Why? That is the craziest part.
Bikes for life. So
he just keeps getting involved with women who don't want to have sex with him, and like he doesn't care. Yeah, like he
cared more with Lizzie. It doesn't seem like Jasmine's pushing it.
Yeah,
I kind of liked her. Did you like her?
Oh, I liked her.
I think that Scott just wanted. I think that Scott tried to use Lizzie, and she ended up flipping it on his ass and using him. I think that he purposely went to jail, or not purposely like with intent, but like because he's a sad person who can't find dates in real life. So he says, which I don't think is true. I think he could. He went to someone who didn't have any alternative. And so he threw money at her so that she would come his way. And then when it got too much, he kept throwing money at her. And then when she was like, look, I didn't need you for your money. You did that on your own. He got upset and left, and then went to the gas station and offered a girl a bike. It's the same kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Come to my house, take things from me. And then she says, oh, he's so giving and generous. Yeah, because he wants to buy your love and he wants you to stay. And then he's going to, and he's now going to tell you how horrible Lizzie was to him, which is like, no, you're the one who let a bitch who was a convict in jail send you to a fucking boutique to spend a bunch of money on some bullshit ass clothes.
And said, buy whatever you want. A normal person would be like, hey, like spend a couple $100 maybe. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree with you in the sense that I think that Lizzie is like a conniving, manipulative, crazy sociopath. So I do think that she used him, and I do think that I don't think that either of them are saints, but specifically Lizzie, like also pretending to be a saint, like literally like going to church with her titties out and like not whatever she's a fucking sociopath. And I think that she is crazy.
They use each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like Scott enabled her to just continually get fucked up in prison because he was like, I need her to be dependent on me.
Yeah. He gave her drug money. So like to me, like when she came out of prison and then decided to hold back the P and like all that stuff, like I could see your point of view, but I think initially he wanted someone to be dependent on him. He wanted an Allah type. Well, you didn't see season 1. He wanted an Allah type situation where a druggie was going to come out and be dependent on him. And he thinks she's beautiful.
She is.
She is.
And so he was willing to do what he needed to do.
She's definitely out. I don't want to say it's, but because out of your league sounds like an asshole comment, but I don't think Lizzie
physically is in the same league. Yes. And I also feel like he was very telling when he said that, like, oh, the moment that I was visiting her in prison and she was so high that she passed out on my shoulder, like, that's the minute I knew that I had to be there for her. It was like, no, if you are a sane person, that's the moment that you realize that you've gotten yourself into it and get the fuck out.
He has mom issues probably, guys. Like, he probably wants to save his mom over and over again instead of saving these women. That's just a hypothesis of the man knowing nothing about Scott's childhood.
Someone said they like my eyeliner, and I just want to say thank you so much.
Yeah,
Xena64. Hi, Xena. Okay, there are 137 people in this room. We have 47 likes. If you haven't thumbs up this video, please do so before we move on to the next person.
Do they need a little motivation to like this video?
Yeah.
I wonder how I should do that. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs it up.
Yeah.
Juan never knows what
every time.
Every time. I know. No, she doesn't know what I'm going to do. I know. I literally want to throw up.
She wants to end it every single time. And I'm like, all right. So I let you do it.
I know.
And then I'm like, okay, I'll add to it. And then you're like, no, I'm going to add even more.
I'm a yes-ander. Listen, you take improv as many years and as many classes as I have, you learn how to yes-and.
All right, 69 likes. Okay, the rest of you.
69, honey. So I'm going to break through that threshold. Threshold is what I called it. Okay. I like that word.
Okay.
And it's a great word.
What does that mean?
It means... okay, moving on.
Couple.
So, who do you want? Let's talk about Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany,
was great.
I don't hate on their story that much.
Yeah. How could you? I mean, they're like the couple that made it. They put a love story.
Yeah, they did it. I mean,
what a beautiful in comparison. I mean, nothing. I mean, they're the ideal couple of
I
them.
wouldn't say they made it. I mean, they got married because she got pregnant, and it's only been less than a year.
You're being negative.
I'm just being honest.
No, you're being negative.
If we're talking statistically, chances are they're not going to make it. But as this unfolds, they are the success story of Love After Lockup.
Listen, I'm going to be very positive about this. This is a bitch who had 2 kids by the age of 17 who both got taken from her. She went into jail. I mean, she had a third, got on meth, went back into jail, then came back out and found this person who wanted to believe in her and love her. She's had her therapy. She's listened to her therapist. She's regurgitating the therapy thing. Thanks, Annalisa. She's done all the things that she needed to do to be a successful human being. Her son is great.
Giovanni
she had a marriage. She got married. This is a fucking fairy tale. Like, listen, I'm a
John and Rachel fairy tale.
Yeah.
It's the same as what they want. Is that
it's a fairy tale?
Yeah.
And like, I'm just gonna be 100% supportive. They're gonna run into problems the way any other couple would, and Marcelino has his fair share of issues, but she came back at him. You know what I'm saying? She didn't let him run over her. She said what she needed to say. She let go of Amanda. They had that whole drama. And the fact is that they orchestrated this whole thing on Love After Lockup. They're the only successful couple. They brought in Amanda to add spice because they had to approve that. There's no way the production just brought in Amanda to whatever. Her, Amanda, Marcelino fucking fabricated this whole thing, had this fucking drama, and they gave us great TV. And she has long, strong, very blonde hair. So thank you to you too.
And
Amanda is
I wouldn't even try.
as great of hair Brittany has. Amanda also has same greatness in gums.
Oh
yeah.
Somebody was talking about Brittany's teeth, and I refused to. I ignored the space horse.
It's too easy.
It's too easy, and I ignored it because she can't. I mean, listen, having teeth problem and not being able to fix it is definitely like a money issue.
I know.
And so like
It could be cultural, but not in the United States. I feel like
Yeah.
the United States we pride, but other countries it's not as necessarily important.
she's definitely American.
Yeah, definitely American.
And so like she ran away at the age of 12. Like you know, bitch is
Mm.
gonna have fucked up teeth. She doesn't make a point to get them fixed now as an adult, but she's had a pretty hard life.
Yeah, no, she definitely didn't run away with braces in her
Yeah.
mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of like getting like her colors on, like like oh it's Halloween, I'm gonna get black and yellow, black and orange, black and orange. That's the shit I did, and I was in braces for so long. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
had
would-
braces?
Yes,
I don't know. I don't know. You too?
I had them twice.
I have braces. I have
All
really
those are
small
boring with
teeth.
straight
Like I feel like my
teeth.
teeth are too
No, my
small
teeth
for
are
mouth.
straight. I just
Yeah, but they're straight. Your teeth are straight. Though.
Your teeth
you
are
don't have
fucking
like
straight.
a snaggle or
Do you
something
understand my
crooked.
my teeth, like I have like one over the other, like
Yeah, your teeth
No.
aren't fighting.
I'm
each
thinking
other.
getting a Invisalign in the bottom because like they're separating.
Yeah, the bottom teeth always go first, but you don't have a 2-teeth smile, do you? Smile. Oh, you do see the bottom, but yours don't look.
is that
fucked
how you
up.
smile?
How do you normally smile? Like
Yeah,
that?
that's how you
You're a
smiles.
one-tooth smile, one line.
One
So
line.
if
know
you
what
don't
that
fuck
means.
with the bottom, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Like you're only seeing the top teeth, whereas Chrissy, when
Oh.
she smiles, you see both.
Because my teeth are so small. I have small teeth in my mouth. Like I'm a candidate for veneers in the sense that like I feel like people could sell me on having like a bigger teeth smile.
I would get veneers. I just don't want to get rid of my gap.
Don't. Why would
So
you?
Why
I
would
can't,
you? You can't.
So I can't get rid of.
No.
I can't get veneers. But I want to do a Invisalign on the bottom. That's it. But anyway, so yeah, that was people making fun of her for that. But I'm just like, you know what? Brittany was the only one the only convict who made any kind of sense and who really came
Mhm.
out
Oh yeah.
trying to be.
Not go back to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not go back to drugs.
Right.
Although, like, isn't hanging out with other convicts like the easiest way to go back to jail? Isn't that a rule?
Yes, however, I feel like I feel like Sasha and Amanda were her two friends that were like in prison and out, and I definitely, monkey buddy. And I feel like those two girls also didn't want to go back to prison. I feel like we saw them the whole time, and they just seemed very like not druggy out and sober. Like
Yeah.
she got herself a crew. Maybe there was a great meditation circle or yoga, like thing that they
yeah,
like were
there
doing
was
together.
probably one of those.
Mhm.
And they were all together. Oh,
Aspasia, thank you so much.
hello,
Welcome.
smell like a felon. Thank you so much for your super chat and also the super chat earlier. We love you so much. We really appreciate that. So kind and generous.
Earlier was Annalisa.
And yeah, Annalisa. I'm sorry. Yes, it was. Who we know it's her. Not we don't know, but we know Annalisa. We love Annalisa. Please never stop using your retainers. Yes, Lucy. I had retainers out of races, and that was like 49 years ago, and I don't even know where they are.
I can't even imagine.
Oh yeah, no.
And they're so expensive too, which is like the craziest thing you don't realize. Your parents, they're like $1,000 for retainers and shit.
Yeah, but our parents knew that like it'd be good for us if we had fucked up teeth. They had to do something about it. If they could, they did. Okay, so what I want to say though, back to their wedding. Their wedding was at Rainbow Gardens, honey, which paid a fee in order to like have it definitely be shared. That's where that wedding was. Smaller wedding.
They
It looked
probably
like
didn't have to pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
it looked like there was as many bridesmaids and grooms as there was guests. And I think the star of the ceremony, by far, is Marcelino's mom's dad.
Yeah.
No, Marcelino's
dad.
mom's,
Oh,
or
husband.
okay, Marcelino's dad, but I don't think it's his dad. We look nothing alike. Or Marcelino's mom's man.
The
And
guy with the t-shirt, the red t-shirt.
I took a picture, and I'm going to.
He was an older gentleman that was like,
With the
I
long
don't
hair?
think, I
Yes,
don't think
honey,
this is
yes.
gonna work.
Oh, I didn't
No.
see. I didn't see any.
This I will
Oh,
show.
that guy.
Yeah,
this person.
yeah, that person.
I will put this in my recap. When this person came on screen, I could not, and I want you to make sure that you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, thanks, Zena. She won't get Scott veneers.
Thank you, Zena.
Oh, I love you, Zena. Thank you so much. Anyway, and one other shocking part besides who that person was.
I would believe that's Marcelino's dad.
Look at that person.
No,
Who was
his
the
dad-
guy that was always
his-
talking? That was his dad?
Yeah,
No.
remember he hates his dad, the stepdad,
Yeah,
the thing? Yeah,
the
that's not his
stepdad,
dad.
yeah. But then there was also Brittany's stepdad, who was the former alcoholic. And
Yeah.
then there was also the homeboy who drove the car, who was wearing those Beetle sunglasses. And you're just like, everybody else is wearing square Ray-Bans, Gabriel. Where the fuck have you been? He
I
also
just came back from England.
he also
I
puts
don't
them
know.
on the back of his neck.
Oh,
He's that guy.
I
When they
can't
get
do
weird
that. I
tan
hate that so
sometimes,
much. I
they
hate that
get
so
tan.
much.
Yeah. But then he was like, I'm really happy. I've never seen Marcelino happy. And I was just like, their whole shot. Imagine this. Like, their whole adventure is caught on camera. They have a whole, like, I don't know. I just think that their story is so good because it ended up well and it was all caught on camera. That whole them walking into the venue, the guys.
Oh, the shots. Oh, those shots of like either like bridesmaid / hangover shots where it's like, this is the crew walking up, you know, like, I also want to ask, I'm going to keep saying things in my recap, but maybe I shouldn't, but it's like, the only person I wish I would have seen at that wedding that wasn't there is Tito.
Oh.
They have a good relationship! And he met Marcelino!
I mean, we don't know that.
Yeah, but he's like letting, like, you know, he wanted like her to get out of jail and be happy and safe and have sleepovers.
But they haven't seen each other in forever, so would you really want to go to that wedding?
Listen, I mean, I'm just saying, they were already on the show and there's really 2 people at that wedding. Like, why not just go and get like a free meal at Rainbow Garden Grill?
You know, it's really sensible of them to have that wedding at night. It's Vegas. It's hot. So I was like, that's really, and the violin, I just thought, I'm just happy for her.
Black violin, like it was like a hip violin.
Yeah, like I don't, like Brittany, I can never picture myself getting married. And the fact is that this bitch got a whole ass wedding. So like, I'm just happy with the whole situation.
And her sisters were there.
Like
one sister.
No, she has like 4.
But wait,
and
was one of them a friend?
Well, it's confusing because 3 of them look like her and 1 of them don't. Yeah. So, you know, like, it's a modern family. You know, it's a modern family.
And they were happy once the wedding actually happened. That was cute.
Yeah, and there was no like drama, like in the sense of like, is there cold feet? Like they didn't have to like do any of that bullshit like they usually do.
Why did they still ask if you object? Like, I feel like that's a very archaic part of a wedding. It's like, if you object, say some shit beforehand. Don't come to the wedding to say some shit.
That's always like the best part of my gypsy brides, though. My gypsy wedding is the best part. We're always just like, someone's going to object.
Really? Get in a fight. Yeah. At gypsy weddings, there's always a massive brawl, and the police have to shut down the wedding.
Yeah.
Because they invite the whole town. It's like having a flyer party.
And all their enemies.
Yeah. Well, their enemies just show up, which are usually related to the bride or groom.
Yeah.
It's like usually the bride.
Is this from the show Gypsy Wedding?
There's like my big fat gypsy wedding, but there's a way it always goes down. And one person from one side of the family hates the other side, and they end up getting in fights, and people's shirts get ripped off, and the police come, and shit gets shut down. And it's almost every time. Every time.
And when they're going to look at the ceremony, they have like, there's a part of this episode, like they always go look at the venue and they're always like, people don't want to rent to gypsies. And it's like, yeah, because no offense, like their place is going to be trashed. I mean,
like a fight is more likely to happen than not.
And the best part of them, besides the whole thing, is when they go to that one dress designer, the Panina Tournée of the gypsy world, honey, and just the craziest confections of dress. But going back to Brittany and Marcelino, I will say this: like Marcelino put some work into his vows. They rhymed. Mm-hmm. They talked about things from the past and things from the future, and his present state of mind and his heart. And he, you know, you knew it was going to be a good vow situation because he knew that he had like killed it. And when he started talking, he was like, oh shit, I'm going to cry. Because these vows are so good.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, these vows are good. I can't wait to lay them on you. Oh my God. You know, and then he does. They're great.
Yeah. I find the guys that are the most like masculine in life, once they get married and they're saying their vows, are usually ones that are crying. I've seen it happen so many times.
And by the way, if I walk down my wedding aisle and he's not visibly shaken to the core by my beauty and his love for me in this moment, I'm divorcing him. Or I'm not getting married. I'll turn around. I'll take my dress back. Like, when I walk down the aisle, your face better be like this.
Her dad's face will be, because the cost of that wedding is going to be fucking insane.
Anything else about them? Like in the sense of, they just had that baby, honey, and they look great. It's a cute picture of the baby. The baby's a girl, right? Mm-hmm. The baby's a girl, which is
Giovanni could not wait to meet his baby sister in the belly, duh.
Yeah. I'm sorry, which one of here is an adult? Which one's a Giovanni? And I know where the baby is. Why don't you? I'm so cute.
He is so cute.
He walked down the aisle and he like gave the ring. He's like. And then when he got to the person, he's like, great. I did it! Mommy, I did it!
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even hand it off properly. He just like
hot potatoes.
And then he was like dancing in the back during the ceremony. It was like,
you go, all on the face.
Oh, I mean, it looked
just
like
red.
It looked like
a massacre.
It didn't even like make his mouth. It looked like he just thought that like the cake was going to go in through his nose. You know, like
it was his cheeks.
Yeah. like I don't know what's the word, osmosis through into his tummy. Okay, next couple is Clint and Tracy.
Yay! Goddess!
We have seen Tracy a total of 3 hours this entire series. So like that's the amount of time they've spent together, and her face has dramatically changed. I would never have recognized her.
Yeah, if I was Clint driving
not.
down being like, I gotta pick up my goddess, I would have just driven past that crazy lady, been like, where's
Yeah,
my
the
goddess?
scarecrow on the side of the road.
Yeah, that can't be her.
She lost 40
pounds? She said.
Is that all drugs?
I feel like she had to have lost more than that.
Yeah.
Her face.
Or she's like teeny tiny. If she lost 40 pounds, then
short?
she's like 4'11". Because the what she went down to is so insane.
Yeah, like thighs not touching,
But
thigh gaps
something's
in.
wrong with her. Like her face looks.
It fell.
It fell, but like it looks like she now looks like she does heroin. and
Yeah.
crack. Whereas before, like you would have guessed it, but now it's like, whoa, like you just came out of like a huge
bender. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's only been gone from him for 2 months because it's 4 weeks from when he was yelling in his parents' front yard and throwing his phone, right?
But she probably didn't eat the whole time if she was on a bender that whole time, because she said she didn't eat because the food was bad.
No, she definitely had drugs in prison.
But she had drugs the entire time.
She got drugs in prison.
So that's what that was. Like,
that's what it makes it feel like. Because the weird thing was, so she came out. Oh yeah, I mean, Lizzie, God bless. So she came out and she was a little chunkier, and that's when she was sober, right? But then she relapses with Clint, right? And then with Clint, whatever.
Yeah, with Clint.
And then just like goes back to prison. And then I think that she never stopped using from that night of the wedding. And then what we're seeing is her come out of prison from overcrowding. You know, like at one point she was supposed to be gone for like 20 years, and suddenly she's out. And God bless. I'm not saying she should be in for 20 years, but like that's quite a.
Do you think the show paid for her bail?
No,
because how could Clint pay for it?
I don't think
he got fired.
I
don't think Clint pays his own bills. I think his
parents probably. Do you think his parents would pay to bail her out? Though?
No, but I think that he must. If he doesn't have to pay rent, he doesn't have to pay for his car. Like
he does pay rent in a separate house,
and he has a $21,000 bill.
I don't think that he pays rent in that house. I think that his parents bought him that house, and he lives there.
But even the rental car costs like what? They said $21,000 for the rental car. Did he end up paying that?
Who knows?
I don't know, but you do only need 10% of bails, and you can go to a bail bondsman. So we don't know how much her. Well, no, she wasn't even out on bail. They just let her out.
They just let her out. You're right.
So she didn't have to pay. Yeah. So. Yeah, like just on the side of the road. Now we also learned, which I didn't think about, but that Clint likes bigger women. You know, like he likes his women with some meat or whatever, and she's devoid of any.
He didn't give a shit. Though.
What a gifted life Clint has. Who knew that he would be somebody who's kept? Like they had bought him a whole ass house.
We don't know that though.
Whatever he needs a job, he works there.
I don't understand why you guys do not think that Alice did not set him up. Alice and that dad did not set him up.
I believe that they probably
They said
did.
they were going to cut him off. That's what that means.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I can't with Clint. I'm like, I don't totally believe he doesn't have
an issue.
Some kind of like but it's not Asperger's. It's like
I think he has like a crazy. I think he's depressed a lot. I think whatever. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is where he's like not bipolar, but like manic depressive.
Yeah,
I think he's manic depressive, and I think that's why Alice coddles him is because he's probably threatened to kill himself several times.
Yeah,
he's probably put them through a lot when he was like a teenager, and so like Alice handles him with kid gloves, and Dad doesn't stop her. Because he's seen Alice cry all the time over him.
Oh my God.
You know, like, so I feel like Dad is kind of removed from it because he needs to be strong for Alice. But Clint definitely, for her to come outside and be like, I promise she'll call you back after she just finished having like a long conversation with him about them breaking up, about him getting rid of.
Oh yeah, she's been coddling him, it seems like.
And I think it's because she's really worried that he's going to kill himself. And he's
a great
probably
insight.
threatened it and been in mental...
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked.
That would be the least shocking thing.
What is shocking is that they're together.
But he also has a thing for women in jail because his ex was also in jail. I don't know if they met while she was in jail.
I don't think they met while she was in jail.
I don't think they met while she was in jail. Also because the dad makes it seem like we've never had to deal with this before.
But yeah, so
you know?
It's not like drug addicts are different than people who write bad checks. Like a drug addict will suck the fucking life.
True, but sometimes people who are writing bad checks are trying to get money because they're drug addicts. I mean, a lot. I mean,
but what
car
I'm saying
possession,
is,
like all of those, like
when you add in drugs, it just changes everything.
drugs are like the root of like almost all of the fucking reasons someone's in jail. Like not all of them, but like, oh, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon. Thank you so much.
Accent is my favorite thing ever, and I'm from Texas.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much, baby girl. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, they're together, and we see them together, and they live, you know, in Clint's fucking house that looks like it's a like weird trap house dedicated to the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, it's like a one-car garage, brown grass situation.
Yeah. Oh, brown.
I think that works for them though.
Dirt.
I mean,
well, yeah, are they gonna like keep a landscape?
I would just be afraid that she would just steal everything in the house and sell it for drugs.
Yeah, there's nothing to steal. Garage.
She's like
game. I saw it all.
No, she's like
drawers, those mattresses on top of each other.
Exactly.
She's going to sell that Bronco comforter on, you know, they'll be like, let go, or
those
eBay.
Two
like
different mismatched couches.
Well, when he put the ring on her, did you not think she's gonna pawn it?
Well, we
money
have the
at
picture.
some point.
Chris has the picture of her pawning it on Facebook.
Yeah, that did happen.
Okay.
Actually, we don't know if it happened or
So
not.
are they together? Or are they not together right now? The show says they are, but the reality is, are they together?
We don't know.
We don't know for sure because they haven't talked. They didn't talk about things in Clint's life that happened that we know, that he like crashed a fucking Dairy Queen truck and then like went to prison for that, and like he got caught with like weed trying to like. They didn't talk about any of that stuff that we know happened off camera.
Maybe it didn't happen on camera. Like maybe it didn't happen during production.
No, I think it did happen during production.
The Dairy Queen?
Where did you get a Dairy Queen truck from?
The Little Debbie. The Little Debbie, I don't think happened during production.
Wait, how did he get a Little Debbie truck? Is he working for Little Debbie, or was it?
Who knows?
I love you guys so much.
I think that's it about them.
Okay, so now who's another couple?
It's the major one.
The throuple?
The throuple.
No, let's talk about Caitlyn and Matt first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Caitlyn, I just feel so.
I mean,
bad
it was a
for
happy
her.
ending for me.
It was happy for me too.
Yeah.
I wanted her to leave him.
Yeah.
I actually started to like Caitlyn more throughout the season and just feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's alone. She's grown up with drug addicts. She's not one. I just hope that this situation makes her never want to date somebody who's doing drugs or in prison.
Here's the deal with Caitlyn. I feel like Caitlyn, I'm being really classist right now, but I feel like Caitlyn is like, this is WT and Caitlyn's like right here. And she has the opportunity to
to
do
go out.
this and get out of it, but she keeps being dragged back down.
Yeah.
And like people who are like that, and I have known people, I've had friends like that in my life who I'm like, you have an opportunity to not make these choices because you see the other side. You're not working in the same environment as the rest of your friends. You're not doing the same things as the rest of your friends. You have the fact that she's like an assistant or like a
legit job.
Yeah, receptionist already means that the girl can formulate a sentence and write an email, you know, has a resume, can do all these things. So the fact that she sees it and still can't rise above it, it's like what Kathy did. It's like what Matt's mom did. Matt's mom is like, look, if that's how you want to live your life, when you had all this, then go on ahead and live your motherfucking life.
Yeah, she never bailed him out once.
She never bailed him out once.
No,
She let him be the WT that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
And wasn't going to allow herself to get caught up in it.
She saved herself in a way.
But Caitlin's biggest WT moment, in my mind, was the first episode where she fucked him in the woods.
Of course.
I mean, that was.
Oh, yeah.
But since then, she's gotten better. And I feel like she definitely.
Has she though? We just saw her fall out of love and be just more.
Well, she fell out of love, but most girls would just stick around for that and let them continue to need them and let them continue to.
Yeah,
and
Kathy was like, "You're gonna be a prison wife."
Yeah,
and she was
she's
like, "No, I'm not."
She was like, "I'm not gonna be a prison wife." And then when she's like, "I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Depends on how much bail is." And for him, oh my God,
he
the
was
entitlement.
Just so,
yeah.
You're gonna bail me out. You're gonna bail me out, right? Just answer me. It's like, fuck you. You're behind a computer screen right now because your ass stole the car again.
Oh my God,
I love it. I just rented a car from my friend, and turns out the car is stolen.
So weird. So weird that would happen.
Was so crazy. Then he did take the money and run because he did not come back to Kathy's house. He went to stay with thick-necked Sam,
of course,
and fucking was gone for a week. And Caitlin's just like, I paid $750
for this.
I facilitated funds, which does not make any sense because that facilitate does not.
She took the money she made for that episode and basically paid for his bail.
Or she took money out that he had made and was like, okay,
I don't think he
can't make money. He's a felon. The felons don't make money in the show.
Oh, they don't?
Mm-mm.
They don't pay them anything? How do you know?
Unless they're together, and it depends on the state. But everybody,
But they're doing work. They're
yeah,
being
but
filmed, so how can you deny them the wages?
they were able to do it.
That seems kind of crazy that you wouldn't help out people who literally have nothing.
Well, the idea is if they're with the partner, that the partner then would share the money.
Mickey's here.
Okay, so it's the partner who really signs up for the
Mhm.
show, and then
And
interesting.
then they get the permission because they're in
Well,
the
fuck him. I hope he doesn't get a cent for it. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
total piece of shit.
So do you think
He's an
Megan or
absolute
Sarah like signed up, or they both did, like, or they got one? Like it
Yeah,
must have
how
been.
did
I have no idea how
Yeah.
They
that shit
probably
went down.
had
Unless it's all fake.
They probably either
I think it's
had
all fake.
Megan and then they approached Sarah. I feel like they had
Might have
Megan
thought
and
so,
then
what a horrible-
approached Sarah but didn't tell Sarah about Megan.
Or either way, they approached one of them, and when they got in contact with Michael, I think Michael was the one who told them about the other partner.
But would Michael do that?
Yeah.
You think? Just
Uh-huh.
to-
Remember his early confessionals?
yeah, he doesn't.
Like, I see myself like a spy, an
Yeah.
international man of mystery. I gotta do what I gotta do with Sarah so that I could be with Megan.
Yeah.
Like, he knew
you have to
that shit
speak
was
just
happening.
a tiny bit slower.
And then
There's
he
big pauses in between.
And then he also said to Sarah when he spoke to her that he didn't set up for the producers to have them meet. So he thought he was in control of this whole shit the whole time.
They
Yeah.
have
But anyways,
Michael until-
let's go back to Caitlyn and Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he just like gets the bail a week later, like shows up to Kathy's, like just so happens Caitlyn's doing a load of laundry, because if they're not eating at Kathy's, they're not eating Kathy's food, they're using her washer and dryer. But anyway, Matt comes in and is like, "Oh, hi, what are you doing here?" And Caitlyn's like,
I mean, she can't even take it.
"Nothing. What are you? Hi, how are you?"
It was 10-10.
Yeah,
Thought that you were gonna, but I guess
I wanted
not.
to walk out of the room
Yeah,
yeah.
just because I was like, I can't watch this, but I have to.
I hate
She's
Matt
so
so
pissed.
much.
She's so pissed. So then they have another one of her classic driveway fights, and this one's really, really sad because you can tell that Caitlyn's throwing out little pieces
Yeah,
to
for him
get
to-
Matt to be like, "Do you still care about me? Like, please still love me." Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And
How do Caitlyn's kids respect her for this? Yeah, that's the whole other thing.
You
Caitlyn
don't
has
even
2
know.
kids and she never talks about it. Like there must be like the father won't let him. Like there must be some reason why, but like she doesn't ever talk about those kids, and that's where she should be putting her focus, honey. So, anyways, yeah, they have this horrible driveway conversation where she's like, "It just feels like you just woke up one day and just decided that I was a piece of shit."
And he didn't say no.
Didn't say no. It's not what I thought at all.
He said, I'm done, basically.
Yeah.
And didn't even.
Oh, we
And-
didn't think about this. That's why it didn't work out. I guess we both made wrong decisions and we didn't think about this. And I'm just like, what? From prison, you told her that you were ready to be a husband.
Yeah,
You are the one who said this stupid bird bitch to be
bird bones.
bird bones to be like in love with you. You set her up. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a fool, but
Oh,
like
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
definitely
Promise the world.
promised things to her, and
And
then proposed to her with a dumbass flower ring.
I mean, most people who have lived a large part of their life in an institution, they end up being more comfortable in there anyways. You
Yeah.
can tell Matt's one of those people who, in the real world, the idea of getting a job and succumbing to authority every day is just not
Not for
something
him.
he can do.
And he thinks he's too elitist to do so, honey.
Yeah,
You're
to
just
do
like
that.
that. You're just not
Won't
able
get
to do
paid
so.
on his fucking shoes.
I will say this, it's like Matt, for being in jail as many times and for being so addicted to meth, like you would think it would take a little more toll on his looks besides the
Ugh.
one tooth.
I mean, he's a little rough.
He is a little rough, but not enough to like not be
enough,
like,
but
listen, Big Nick Sam isn't going to go to prison and like get Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying?
Thick Neck Sam, man. He is
Uh.
just,
So anyway, pretty much Caitlyn like is baiting him into say that he still loves her. We also get the tidbit that like they haven't had sex in a minute, which is like, oh yeah, they
Oh.
haven't.
I know, I forgot about that.
When they were like, we haven't had sex since Christmas, and then she's like, it's because you're fucking other girls.
Yeah.
And then we were like glossed over that because
why did we gloss over that? Why didn't that become a bigger?
I
he had a
totally
girlfriend
forgot
already
that
at the end of
happened.
the.
like they
Yeah.
were like rabbits, and then everything went dry, honey. The love, the sex.
Was
They
it
didn't
when
know
her?
each
No, okay.
When
Listen,
her mom
listen.
died, he
her
like
mom died Thanksgiving. That's
Oh.
what I read. Her mom died around Thanksgiving.
That was
So
sad.
if they haven't had sex since Christmas, then it was probably because of his behavior after the mom died and
Yeah.
the whole pipe down.
Yeah.
And then he went to he went to prison. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how long was he in prison?
yeah.
So I don't know. The timeline is fucked up.
Yeah.
This show shoots over the span of how many months? like 4 or 5.
But it's fraud. They lied to us somewhere in there because I read that her mother passed away around Thanksgiving in November, right? And if they hadn't had sex since Christmas, and remember he was waiting to be, his trial was January the 22nd.
Okay.
And so at the end of it, they said Matt is still awaiting trial. So obviously when they wrote that, when they edited that together, that was at the beginning of January.
Oh yeah. So is he in prison now?
I don't know. Maybe he beat his trial.
There wasn't enough evidence to actually say that he stole the car. Because if he took it from somebody else who had stolen it, then he technically didn't steal the car.
He had 10 plus felonies.
Yeah.
He's had 15 failure to 15 failure to report.
Yeah.
He's had eluding and escape. And the judge gave him a $7,500 bail.
The montage of those mugshots is very depressing.
Like,
you're just watching a child age into the
white privilege is real, because if that were Michael,
he'd be gone for like 80 years,
and they wouldn't have given him bail.
No, they wouldn't have.
And I know Michael's crime was a little bit more aggressive, but he had. My thing is that he's 15 failures to report, and they're like, we don't think that the person is a significant flight risk, so.
Michael went to jail the minute he didn't meet up with his parole officer.
And I get it. It must be different, whatever. Maybe New York State is stricter. But Michael committed his crime when he was 15 years old. And I don't know how long he had been in jail, but I think he was in jail this time around because of he violated probation. So this is like the second or third time he's violated probation.
And
so has Matt.
It's an epidemic too that they'll leave people in prison long after their post dates and like not even tell them that that's passed. Like it's a huge deal that people be in there 15 years longer than they would have.
Prison reform, honey.
Yeah, because they've slipped through the system and their parole date comes up and stuff, and they don't inform it's happened. It's like a huge thing that is finally being revealed in the system.
That is like insane.
That's insane to me.
We have a lot of people in this room, honey. We have 223 people and 107 likes. And so I would like to take this time before we get to our final couple to give you a little chance to thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Waz not gonna sing. Thumbs it up. She wants to though. I said thumbs it up. Verse 2. Thumbs it up.
Do it.
Thumbs it up. I said thumbs. Come on.
Thumbs it
up. I don't know if you wanted from that, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's just your little reminder, just to give us a like, because it helps me in the sense of it makes people think that like what this is quality content that people are into, and whether you feel that way or not, you just do it for me. It's my birthday.
Is there good comments? I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah.
I haven't said one comment.
They're talking amongst themselves. Sabrina's doing the Lord's work in there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. For some reason, I feel like we had more trolls, and maybe trolls are taking that
Saturday off. Was there a lot of dick
off.
comments that were coming through? It felt that way.
No, there was people asking if we were lesbians, and then somebody named Monique wanted to scissor Monique.
Monique, that person was in our last chat too, and brought up the scissor thing too, and that person just kept making comment after comment, but we didn't see it.
You?
No, about us hooking up and all this shit.
And they wanted to scissor you.
Yeah.
Monique wanted to scissor Monique.
I feel like that Monique person isn't a real woman. I think it's a man for some strange reason. But maybe not. But the reality is they made a bunch of sexual comments last time and we let it go. Because we didn't see it.
We don't care.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay, y'all.
So the next last best couple.
They really wanted us to know that this confrontation was gonna happen, but not on our timeline, honey. On theirs.
Yeah.
On the producer's timeline.
Did you buy it? Did you buy the confrontation? I love to hear that.
You know what? The confrontation was so good. Thank you, Matt Sharp, and thank you all the producers. They did the Lord's work. I mean, the producer sitting in front of Megan and initially trying to get Megan to have a conversation with Sarah, and then the producer going back and talking to Sarah when Sarah wanted to walk away, who demanded that they send Megan out of the state of New York because she ain't want her there no more.
Yeah, this is where Megan is staying. You came to Megan's hotel.
But did you feel like Megan reacted the way, like, if someone came up to you and was like, you're dating my husband?
No, I think we're both, she was defensive because Sarah's fucking attitude was like crazy. So Megan was like, you're not going to talk to me like that.
I don't know if I totally agree. She came in, she's like, do you know who I am? I didn't feel like it was that much attitude when she said that. And she's like, I'm not here to guess who you are kind of situation.
Why don't you just tell me who you are?
But like, to be like, do you know? I mean, it's just like, she's.
Who do you think I am?
Yeah, so it's like Sarah's being
like, I don't know.
guess what? I don't even have to tell you who you are. I don't actually do anything. So you came to my hotel. I'm staying at this Homewood Suites. I just got done with my continental breakfast. This is my coffee. And by the way, I'm making these same jokes in my recap. But don't you better fucking laugh.
I mean, you guys would be fucking pissed if you were meeting the girlfriend of your husband.
I would be, but if she came at me the way Sarah came at me, I would go into defense mode just like Megan. Megan has to keep it classy because all of a sudden she's in a white area and this white bitch has walked in and is all up in her face. Megan can't do anything but chill. She's from the South. She knows the game.
But I mean, you knew Sarah wasn't going to do shit. She's pregnant.
No, you don't know that.
I feel like it didn't.
You don't know that.
I didn't read
Monique.
I didn't weirdly read that. I didn't read the aggression that you guys read. I felt she was obnoxious, but I guess I didn't feel like she was aggressive physically. Like I
don't think she was aggressive physically. No, but what I'm saying is like you're right. She wasn't aggressive physically. But what I'm saying is that the attitude, and so from Megan's point of view, this is a crazy baby mama.
Yeah.
And this crazy baby mama is pregnant. Even if she can't tell right away, but something's up, right? There's a crazy baby mama. And the crazy baby mama is like, who do you think I am? And she's like, I don't know. But why don't you just tell me since you want to sit up here and question me?
Yeah.
Because she's still coming from the place of you are the crazy baby mama. And then when it happens of this, she's like, you're married. And I saw it happen in Megan's face because I watched it several times because I was taking notes and writing down verbatim. Reenactment coming. And I was like, so she felt it. But then when Sarah went off on this rant of like, he sleeps in my bed. He proposed on one knee to me. He da-da-da-da-da. And we're married and we're blah, blah, blah. And we're blah, blah, blah. And I'm the wife. I'm the wife. I'm the wife. That's when Megan was like, okay, wife.
Yeah.
Like, so she recognized that Sarah was coming at her at a way of like, you don't get to be upset. You don't get to have any feelings. My feelings about him being in prison and this whatever are better than your feelings.
Are more valid.
Thank you, Shannon. Are more valid.
My God, Shannon, you are a dream come true. And
so,
I'm being so generous.
Like, that is what happened. And so Megan went into defensive mode. She didn't yell at her.
No.
She didn't do anything, but
didn't cry.
She called her bitch first. Sarah called her a bitch first.
Sure, totally.
And so then she was like, oh,
wait, okay,
great.
this is okay. So Sarah gets up and she's like, well, it looks like his tastes have changed. And it looks like it. And then Sarah, even though she was the one that said, right? Because you watched this. I want you to like make sure that I'm saying this right. Sarah's the one that's like, looks like his taste changed. And then Megan glows clearly, right? And then Sarah's like, oh, you're making it a race thing. But Sarah's the one that said, your tastes have changed. And she only said clearly. And then Sarah was like, you just made it a race thing. Which hilariously, Megan was the star of this confrontation.
Yeah.
In every goddamn way.
Sarah was.
Oh, no, it's not a race thing, honey. It's a class thing, you classless hoe.
Well, when she said to her, like, and you're the fucking problem because you're still sleeping with him and I'm not in it anymore. I thought Sarah was going to die. There was a comment when they got in the fight.
And then she's like, wait a minute. Then she's like, well, that's my husband. So I will handle my husband and my marriage the way I want to handle it. And Megan's like, all right, I'll let you do that. And then all of a sudden, bitch flips and becomes white again. And she's like, because before she was like, you the mistress. You side chick. I mean, the neck was fucking popping.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I don't understand why we can't have a conversation woman to woman. He's the one who did this to us. And then Megan was like, go ahead and play it up. And I was like, Megan, bitch, you better read this motherfucking scene, bitch. You better read this scene because that's exactly what Sarah's doing. Now, whether or not it was on purpose, because I don't think Sarah has the wherewithal to understand the racial implications that are happening in this lobby, but I do think she was utilizing all of the things that were coming at her. And she honestly, Sarah, I believe, honestly thought that she was coming to Megan like neutrally. And the fact is that Megan didn't prostrate herself in front of Sarah and didn't say, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
That's what drove Sarah crazy. And she even compared Megan to Sarah, saying you're blaming everybody for something that you did, mistakes that you made or something. And I'm like, Megan's not blaming anybody. She didn't say anything.
Came to Megan's hotel. Okay, also I was like, Sarah has this like fascination with, well, I am the wife. And if a wife came to me, I would just sit there and go, what do you want to know? What can I do for you?
God, you too.
What do you want to know about my situation? I am so sorry.
I sucked a used dick.
He's giving you the Oscars 2020.
Where are my red heels? I'm a mistress.
I mean, where's the Scarlet Letter, honey? Law had to take herself out. She had to go get a snack.
Yeah.
But like seriously, like they do finally have this moment where they kind of sit down and finally say what we all want them to say, which is that Michael is the asshole. Yeah. It's not, I mean, like, why are we fucking fighting? Michael's an asshole.
He's
and
the
they have to
Tristan
deal with-
Thompson in this situation. Like,
Yes,
he's
he
getting
is.
away scot-free. And
Yeah,
at
Scott
the end,
Disick free.
yeah, at the end, they basically were like, Sarah's still talking to Michael. Megan's still talking to Michael.
Yes.
And you're like, really, Megan? Why would you
Well,
want
before you get there, I really like, I thought
Yeah.
we take a little jump. Okay, so then Megan holds it together as best as she fucking can, and she is like, gonna get on a fucking plane. Michael calls Sarah, right? That time. And Sarah is like, oh, we're done. We are absolutely done. Like, blah, bitty blue. I can't. I'm moving on. I mean, I don't know what the future says. So we'll just know. We'll see what happens. Because, I'm just need some time for myself. It's like, Sarah, you just, okay. So you're not done is
No.
what that means.
She hasn't been done.
Won't
There
be
are
done.
many of
Never going to be
these.
done.
But she can't be done.
She can't be done. She has a
And
baby
she's fully
inside of her.
pregnant,
And
yeah.
she's like very pregnant. So then Michael's like, I still love you. And then we go to Megan. Now, Megan, having held it together as much as she can, goes back to Thick Neck Daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
he's the
it's a good
MVP.
Thick Neck.
Thick Neck is the
If
MVP.
you know,
I
yeah.
love
Well,
him.
Sam, you say, yeah, Thick Neck Daddy is the MVP.
Yeah,
and again,
not
Thick Neck Sam is like,
But
the,
her
what's
dad.
the anti-MVP?
I
The
love her
loser.
dad.
I mean,
love the
I
dad.
would imagine that my dad would be like, well, why am I now? What lesson did we learn?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he
I
He
told
started
you.
crying with her.
He started crying, but he was like, I don't want to say that
That's what I
I
told you
told you
so.
so, but I did my
Due diligence as a father.
to you.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I almost started crying. I mean, it took me to a place where but then Megan, you see, like in the arms of her daddy, she like lets go because she's been feeling all these feelings, and she was by herself
And
in
then
fucking
his
New York and
voice
had no,
Yeah.
this fucking voice crack, and you're just like, I love them. Megan, don't ever go anywhere. Like you need to wherever your dad is gonna pick your next
Yeah.
one because
Yeah,
that's
let
a
him
man
pick
that
your
knows
boyfriend.
a man. That's a man that knows a man.
Yeah. He said he's gonna cut the head of a snake off.
Yeah.
He better not try to call his baby girl. And she was so sad in her confessional. It's like, I've never seen Megan, like, we've never really seen her that sad.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen Sarah sad,
Yeah.
but in that confessional, she was like,
She saved her virginity for how many
I feel
years?
defiled 28 years. I feel defiled. He lied to me. She feels, he
But in the same regard, like, I feel like the writing was on the wall about Michael from
yeah,
the
but not that he
beginning.
was married.
Not that he was married, but that he probably wouldn't have been the best.
Right. But not that he was
Investment,
married.
yeah.
And currently
he
married.
called her though, like Lizzie
He
did.
literally did. Like, I don't know how much money has she put.
16,000.
She's put,
Remember?
yeah,
No,
because
12,000 in phone bills. But I'm saying,
Oh.
how much money has she put on his
For tr-
books?
and also to travel and shit to see him. Like, she spent money.
She's gone to see him. Like, they visit each other in prison. She's done things, and
I
he
know.
never said, "I'm with my baby mom," and then married
Yeah.
her.
And he still, I
Good
do
deal.
feel like he
2
did
years.
really care about Megan. Is that fucked up to say?
No, he did.
He
and
did
that's what he
because,
said.
and he even said, I don't know how to be a
Yeah.
husband. And he said a million times, I care about Megan. I love Sarah, but I care about Megan more than Sarah. Like,
Yeah.
I'm more invested in this relationship. And his mom was like, you got 2 kids now.
You gotta do the right thing.
And
Yeah.
you shouldn't come in somebody when they're ovulating and know it and be like, ooh, you should pull out and
Oh
be
my
like, I have
God.
another woman I'm about to propose
Or
to.
maybe I should maybe not have a baby right away and just cut out.
Honestly, I think that there's like
That's her way of
there are
keeping him
plenty
down.
of people in this world. This is what I've discovered in my travels that really don't understand the correlation between sex and babies.
I mean, or
Really, people tell me I thought I pulled out and I thought I did this or I didn't think I would get pregnant. So there are grown women with grown uteruses and 3 kids talking about I didn't think I would get pregnant because the last time I did and then this happened. I'm like, the fuck?
Oh my God, Quasimodo is telling all about like a crazy when she got
Maybe.
cheated on.
Okay, I just want to say one thing, which is, a lot of things were crazy. It's crazy to me that Megan waited 28 years to have sex, and then she decides to have sex with someone right out of prison without asking him to get like an STD test.
Did they use, is it the dress?
People
Or
don't,
the
yeah,
dress?
Jana, let's address. Thanks,
Uh-huh.
Jana. But people don't do that. People don't ask for STD tests.
But do you think they use protection?
No, I'm
No.
telling you.
Why would
telling
she
you.
not do that?
It's a different mind frame. There is a whole slew of people who have a completely different mind frame when it comes to babies and sex and contraceptives.
But STDs, that's
Yeah.
what I would be
No,
worried
honestly,
about.
I'm telling you, I've been friends with those people.
Yeah,
I've been
where they
friends with
just
them
think
where
it's
I'm
not
like,
going to happen to them.
yeah.
But it's like you are very susceptible at 28 to have a baby right away and to get an STD right away. Like, not the age matters.
But you
you're
don't
not
think it's
using-
going to happen to you,
don't
especially
think it's gonna happen
if he's
to
in
you.
prison and he's been in prison, and obviously if he had something, he would tell you. People really think that if you had
People
something,
really think that.
yeah, they really, really do.
No,
And
some people
sometimes
do.
I've been
and
caught
you-
up in that. I literally been caught up in that where I've never thought to ask a person because I'm like, you would obviously tell
because
me.
they're like, they wouldn't volunteer not to use a condom if they did have something, but you have to fight to get people to wear condoms.
Fight these niggas.
Fight,
Like,
and you're like,
fight
I'm
them.
fighting you.
Who?
The women before
Yes.
me, did they fight
Yes.
you too? And who lost? Because people had to have lost this fight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is what happens to me. This happened to me a couple times. When I'm like, ooh, I say, let's wear a condom. And they're like, no. That's when I'm like, no, we need to wear a condom.
Yeah, because you said no without
because
knowing
you
my
said
shit.
yeah. Because you didn't ask me no questions.
Yeah, you asked me no questions.
You asked me no questions. But like, there have been times like this person I've known for forever. Like I've been in love with forever. Like I had to like make myself say, let's wear a condom. And even when he was like, I don't have any, and I was like, okay, great, I'll go get some.
Yeah, I'll go buy some.
Like that's when I was like, I'm being good. But really, I just wanted to have sex with
Of
him.
course you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I didn't want to
you-
use it.
the fact
But the fact that I
the fact
pushed
that you
through,
did is amazing.
but I wouldn't have pushed through.
If
5
he didn't
years ago.
say,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And
Like,
you let people
5
know
years
your
ago,
shit.
I would have been like, okay, you know.
Well, people also have this
Use one next
misconstrued
time.
idea
Yeah.
that like a person, you could tell somebody they're dirty. It's like someone can have sex once and get something.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the frequency of the amount that they're fucking.
Yeah.
And so it's very ill-informed of Megan.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I hope she didn't get anything.
I'm going to make us end this because it's about exactly an hour, and
Okay,
I feel
great.
like no one's going to want to watch a video longer than an hour talking
get
about one show. That's the good news is.
But we hit the last couple.
Yes, and we did it. We did it. We did all we had to do. It was a 2-hour finale, and we just did our first initial hour reaction to you. That's 3 people giving your reaction. So, as you may have known, as you may know, because I said it earlier, Juan and I have already filmed our separate reactions that we have to edit, and they're going to go up at the time in which it's good for us. I will try and edit it, but I'll try and edit it tomorrow. We'll just see what happens.
Mine's
know?
not getting up until Monday.
We're going out tonight, so they will not be editing.
It's not getting
No,
up
I'm
until
going to take
Monday.
a nap right now. I'm not even playing. They're just going to like
It's
entertain
exactly.
themselves.
It's totally fine. Like
They
if,
know what it's like
that's
having to-
different than any other time
time.
that me and Juan are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, bye, I'm taking a nap. You guys entertain yourselves. Bye. But I need my nap. Thank you so much for joining us here. It has been such a pleasure. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to actually talk to Shannon.
Shannon killing it.
I'm gonna. What can I do for you, Shannon? Can you type what you want, and I can. What can I do for you? Do you want? What do you need?
Oh, you would stay for another hour. That's really sweet.
That's so
but
sweet.
We will run out.
I love you all so much. Shannon, you're the best. You can follow us on the social medias. I am Chris L. Farah. The L is for Love After Lockup. That's pretty easy. Also, it's my lurked day. No, I don't know. What's your?
I'm the Mo Farah, M-O-E Farah. So
And I'm just call me Wa on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys, Wednesdays I do lives at noon for morning tea. So if you guys want to have more lives, more talking, every Wednesday at noon I do a show called Morning Tea where I talk about current events and pop culture issues. So if you go on ahead and go to my channel, Wednesdays at noon, I'll be announcing it. If I don't do it, then I will announce that I'm not doing it, but I always do it every Wednesday, or at least the last 2 Wednesdays. So that's every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
you'll be really happy.
please come along and join the conversation. If you have some topics you want me to talk about, something interesting, just email me at justcallmewa@gmail.com. And just call me Wa everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Guys, thank you again so much for all of your comments. Thank you for being in this room. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for everything. Thank you for liking my eyeliner.
Oh, one more.
Yeah.
One more for the road. Fuck
You guys
yeah.
are the best.
Thank you so
So
much.
many trolls, but that only means that, what
But
does
I
that
love
mean?
it. Hi, hilarious.
There's a lot of
Considering God's work.
freeness on a Saturday, I love you all so much. Again, have a beautiful night. You'll hear from us soon. Follow us when you can, and God bless you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Submit for what you believe, and you make art. Now, we're going to pose. We're going to pose.
We're still posing.
I'm posing.